What's up, everyone? You're here with Nye Scored One. I'm Nye, and this is.
Jamarkus Emerson.
You know the name, you know the game, but now it's time to hear more about the story. This is 101 with Nye. Today on 101, we have Jamarkus Emerson, a class of 2026 senior at Forest Hill Community High School. He is a three-sport athlete, playing on the varsity football team as a running back. He also does weightlifting and track and field. How are you today, Jamarkus?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
So, we're going to kick it off talking about your background and your journey with sports. How were you introduced to sports growing up?
I was always introduced to sports with my dad and my cousins. Majority of my family always played sports. So the first sport I was really introduced to and started playing was basketball real early on. And then the second sport I was introduced to was football. Then I got into weightlifting after that around my seventh, eighth grade year. And eighth grade was also my first time ever doing track. But I was introduced to sports real early.
Okay, so you brought up your dad and your cousin. Are those the two who motivated you the most growing up?
I want to say, yeah, most definitely. I seen out of anybody else, my dad and my cousin was definitely one of my main motivations for sports. Cause I grew up with my cousin. We'd always be in the house playing football, basketball, just outside, running around. And then my dad would always bring me to his practices. I'd be practicing on the side whenever he did basketball training and all that. So
Yeah, I definitely remember that from my childhood as well, riding your bikes, and it always starts off small. So, what was your biggest challenge that you faced early in your athletic career?
my biggest challenge was I'm not gonna lie, it was probably consistency. If I wasn't getting brought to practice by my dad, especially in weightlifting, I was gonna go out of my way to do it. Track, I want to say I was pretty consistent, but that's because I went to school every day. Practice right after school. But involvement in football and track, football and weightlifting. Football, after I did it 1 year in sixth grade, and I kind of just stopped. And weightlifting, I'd skip a lot of days of practice if I wasn't getting brought there. I wouldn't go out my way to find a way to get there to train. So
Right. Okay. So let's talk about your current grind right now. So we already know it's your senior year, and since your freshman year, you were always known as the strongest, the biggest. You're always doing your thing. Could you walk us through your training or your workout routine?
that's the funny part. I've never had a training or workout routine. I just practice. I just go to practice.
That's crazy.
I guess whatever my coaches are doing, they're guiding me right because I've always had good coaches. Like my coaches, I had a coach at um Freedom Weightlifting that I've been with for like a year now. He's guided me up and built me up real well for weightlifting nowadays. Back then, before I trained in weightlifting, I had another coach, Coach Derek. That was in my early childhood. He really helped me like build up a lot of strength and all that. But I've never gone out my way like go to the gym or have like a certain training routine. I've always just been guided by my coaches and went to training, went to practice.
I'm honestly shocked, but to be honest, I was on the girls' weightlifting team and people would ask me, what did I do? But outside of practice, I did nothing because that was the workout routine. So I understand where you're coming from, but that's crazy. I think a lot of other people are going to be shocked to hear that because I definitely thought that it was a little extra, but you just got it like that. That's amazing. So, what part of your game are you focusing on improving right now the most?
Well, it's definitely football. I have a lot to work on. I'm actually going out of my way to do extra practice for football. I've got all my stuff since, especially this is my last year, and I'm trying to get a lot of looks. I'm going out of my way, making sure, footwork, ball security, all that type of stuff that I need, for the game. Working on my blocking, working on my strength, speed, making sure I'm staying healthy, so I'm always available, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely good that you're staying on top of all that. In addition, how do you stay locked in mentally before a practice or a game just to get into that groove?
Staying locked in mentally, it's really the we currently have a new head coach, and it's been a lot easier to stay locked in mentally because a lot more things have been taken more seriously. Like whenever we get into the film room, whenever we get out to the field, it's always the locked in mentality. It's as a whole group really focused on. We've been a lot more focused lately than we have in previous years, so it's helped me focus. That's
Yeah,
really it.
definitely, for sure. Okay, speaking of your team, How would you describe your role as a captain on the football team?
I feel like my role is just as important as the other captains' roles. It's about 4 to 5 of us, and we're all the coaches. Anything the coaches does go through us. So in our eyes, we're just as important as the coaches in terms of making decisions and keeping the team as a whole. The coaches run the team through us, so we are the ones that discipline and make sure that our team's on top of stuff, focusing, practicing hard, effort, all that type of stuff. So I think it's relatively important.
Yeah, it is. You're a leader. Everyone's looking at you. And a football team, that's a team of a lot of people. It's a lot of people in one room that you got to manage. So it's definitely important that you guys are together. So it makes sense that there's 4 or 5 of you guys. It's a big team. So moving on, can we talk about some of your biggest moments? What was your favorite memory or highlight so far in your athletic career?
I feel like my biggest highlight is that what you asked?
Mm-hmm. Or
My biggest
memory.
highlight was I want to say it was just like this game. This game, I had a 80-yard punt return against Glade Central, which is a really good team, especially down here, and that's probably up to date my best highlight that I've had for football. For track, I've never really had highlights. I just go with the flow of track. Weightlifting, my biggest highlight was most definitely breaking the state record and the snatch record in my weight class and able to get first place in states. I've been working towards that for a while now. I've been working towards that since before I got into high school. So I'm pretty proud of that as well.
That's great. Those are big accomplishments. All of those are amazing. I was just about to get into you being on Sun Centennial, Weightlifter of the Year, ESPN West Palm, Land Rover, Palm Beach, Player of the Year, the Palm Beach Post. They talked about you dominating your state records. How does it feel to be recognized on different platforms?
It feels good. I'm glad all my work is built up to something, but I still have a year left and I want to achieve more. But I'm glad to see what I've achieved so far and see what I can improve on. But it does make me feel good. It makes me feel like my work is counting towards something.
Yeah, it's always a reminder that, okay, people are seeing what I'm doing. It's clear as day, that I'm putting in the work, but that's good that you mentioned you have a year left. So just because, those things happen, it's not over yet. You still have more time and you're still gonna get more done. That's great. So looking ahead, what's the ultimate goal for you this season? So far you guys have played Glade Central, John Nye, Palm Beach Lakes, Lake Worth. This week you guys do play Olympic Heights. This interview is going to be posted after that game, so next week Sunday. But what's your goal for this season? What are you looking forward to for this next coming game this week?
My goal for the season, I set a goal for myself. It was 1,000+ yards and 10+ touchdowns. I'm still steadily working on that. But for the next game, I don't have much. I don't have much to say about it. As a whole team, we decided that we're not really saying much about it. We're getting in, we're getting the work done, and we're gonna go out there and perform. Because as of lately, we've had some issues, so we're really gonna settle down and lock in. So I'm not saying anything about the game. It's gonna
Speak
show
for
itself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, speaking on long term goals, where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now? You'll be graduated from high school, moving on. Any plans then?
5 years from now, I'm really thinking about two different paths. And the main one I really want to go to, I want to get an athletic scholarship, be able to go to a good school and continue sports. But I also want to have a good education, especially in engineering, because for a lot of my life, I always wanted to go to college, especially for engineering, electrical engineering, so I can get my degree. And sports doesn't last forever. So I do want to get to the college level and play at the college level and enjoy that time, but I also want to get there and learn so I have stuff that sets me up for the future after that. So
Yeah, that's a great mentality to have. A lot of people, they don't think about other things but sports, but it's great that you do remember that academics in sports is a good thing to put together. So I'm glad that you're keeping that mentality up. That's amazing. If you could give advice to younger athletes that are chasing the dream of playing sports, what would you tell them to help them out?
consistency and putting the work in that nobody else is putting in is really gonna get you there. It's really gonna show. If you go out of your way to practice every other day when people not practicing, if you practice on the weekends, you practice in your backyard, you go into the park, practice with your friends, it's gonna show. It's going you gonna stick out from the people who are just going to practice and playing football or playing track or doing weightlifting. It's really going to show.
Yeah, it's one thing to, go out there, but it's another to work and perfect your craft. So that's great advice. Before we do wrap things up, I do want to get into some of your favorites. Can you tell me what's your favorite music?
Favorite music, just rap music. I listen to it the most out of anything else. So
Do
yeah.
you have a specific favorite artist?
As a current right now, it was Travis Scott, but not really anymore. So not favorite artist right now, not really.
Okay, what about pre-game meal? What do you like to eat before a game?
Pre-game meal, whatever we be eating. We be eating beans, rice,
Mm.
plantains, chicken, pork. That pre-game meal, we've had it for a while, and it's served me right. I like that.
I remember it. I thought it would have changed by now, but
No, it's still the same.
what about your favorite sneakers? Do you have a specific brand you're rocking with?
I barely wear sneakers. I wear slides most of the time. Crocs, Jago
It's
slides,
comfortable. I can't
plain
hate on it. It's
slides. Yeah.
comfortable. I'm trying to wear my shoes and it's really hard. I be trying to grab the Crocs. Do you have like a hype song that gets you like prep before your games or practice?
Not a certain hype song. I don't have like a really song ritual. I just turn on my playlist, shuffle, let it play, let it play. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a message that you would love to give your family, teammates, or any supporters that will come across this video?
To my family, especially my dad, he's been probably my biggest part and puzzle in this entire thing, and I'm very glad he's built me up to be here. To my teammates, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna become a real good team, become a whole, become a family. We're gonna work together to get what we're trying to achieve. And for my friends that have always been supporting me, I thank you. That's really all.
Okay, so we're gonna play a game before we officially end the interview. It is called TNT with Nye Top Notch Takes. You're gonna give me your top three most controversial, unpopular opinions about the sports world, anything that you believe in. People may or may not agree, but it's something that you stand by. Top three.
Top three controversial takes. I feel like a lot of the time, people who do transfer, especially in high school, do it for no good reason. Even though some people say, "Yeah, this high school is better. This high school is better." I don't really like that. I don't transferring schools. A lot of the time, it's not really gonna get you nowhere, in my opinion. Second controversial take in the sports world. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have really any controversial takes. I'm trying to think of some. Um, I'm not sure if I have, I'm not sure if I have anything else to say. I,
Okay.
that's really all.
If that's the only one that comes to mind, that's fine. You're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jamarkus, for coming onto my platform 101 with Nye and having this interview with me. It will motivate and help a lot of people. So I respect you for coming here. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great, amazing season. You have many more things that you're going to do and accomplish. So thank you. And I can't wait to see where things go.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
This is 101 with Nye.